So again, there are three layers to the body. The outer layer, which is the skin, and the fascia, the internal skin. Then we have the muscles and tendons. These, of course, give us the movement. And inside that we have the bones. So they are the deepest layer. But the muscles and tendons, these are the mid layer. And these are the ones I'm talking about today. So muscles and tendons are powered by electricity. It's electricity that powers the muscles, causes them to contract. And we know that because we have these little machines. You can buy this electrical abdominal trainer, you put it on, and it gives you a little electric shock, and you squeeze. It tenses the muscle. An external electric shock will tense up your muscle. It activates your muscle for you. They're quite literally powered by electricity. And that is an electric shock, by the way. When you put your hand in the electric current, you fly away, it's because you seize up. All the muscles activate. That's the taser. If you get hit by a taser, all the muscles seize up. But in this training that I'm doing, I often imagine how would I handle a taser? Because the training I'm doing is tensegrity. I'm tensing up all the muscles so that electricity can flow through. So if I was hit by a taser, I would go to my maximum tension so that I could transmit that electricity safely, ground it through my structure to the earth. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to try it, but you do get these fairground machines where you put your hand on these two things and they electrocute you. If you ever see one of those, have a go. Hold on to the machine and it gradually gives you a stronger electric shock until you have to let go. So of course, if I ever see that, I do that. But I did that many years ago, and I got to the end and I thought, oh, is that it? Yeah, so it's not too difficult. It's not too difficult. A taser would be difficult. But that's essentially what I'm training. High tension, high electrical current flowing through the muscles. And I have had electric shock, put my finger in the plug socket and I was fine. But this is important to understand because, yes, we need blood, but oxygenated blood, if we're breathing in good air, ionized air, here's the thing, ionized air is charged up. So if we breathe that, the blood will bring ionization, charged up the blood. That is electrical. It's bringing energy into the muscles. That's why you breathe more. You need the oxygen. It's not so much that, you need the ionization. That's why we've got to go into nature. Ionized air. After a thunderstorm, there's energy, chi in the air. It's the ionization goes into the muscles. But now here in the city, we don't have much. So we've got to try and generate it. But we all do the best we can. So we could say the muscles are bio-electro-mechanical. That's what they are. And they're really still controlled by etheric energy. It's still the etheric energy that decides to move the electricity. That's why they say the chi comes first. I move the chi, that's the etheric energy, but that creates a flow of electricity. But the flow of electricity goes through the muscles, so they tense up. I control a flow of tension through the body. That is electric charge moving along, electricity activating the muscles. So if I can do this and master this, then I'm using chi to activate the muscles. And if I can breathe good ionized air, I'm getting the energy from around me. I'm actually getting electrical charge from the air, and that's going straight in to my muscles, powering me. It's free energy. So that's what they say, that chi, you're getting free energy. And it's literally the case. But you need, of course, the right circumstances, and you need to train, because you've got to understand how to, first of all, put your bone structure in the right position, then activate the tension in the muscles. Remember, there's still the bones, and we want the electricity to pass through the bones also. That's the deeper level. But remember, if you activate the muscles really tight, high tension, it will squeeze into the bones. That activates the piezoelectricity in the bones. The bones generate more electricity. Then what happens? That goes back to the muscles and they can get more tension. Free energy. You're using the free energy from the atmosphere to power your muscles. The muscles squeeze the bones, create free energy in the bones. That rebounds, goes back into the muscles to create more tension, more squeeze on the bones. And also your breathing. I'm going to talk more about breathing in time, but your breathing is still muscles. You activate the rib cage, the intercostal muscles. Those muscles need electricity. So when you bring the electricity to the chest cavity, the rib cage, I'm increasing the tension in those muscles. They get more powerful. Therefore, the breathing gets more powerful. You get more ionized air, more free energy. It's this internal feedback loop. Now, the highest level, I would say, of this energy in the muscles is spontaneous movement. When you get this feeling right, that you can feel the flow of tension through your muscles, and you can relax into feeling the etheric energy. You see, the etheric energy is the one that comes before your body, before the muscles, before the bones, before the skin, before any of that. There's another energy. That's your soul spirit. When you can get the feeling of your etheric energy, it's something before the body, and you're moving that. And then together with that, you can feel the alignment of your bones. They get aligned properly. And then you can feel the electricity in your muscles. And you can allow the etheric energy to go all the way through. What happens is you just feel like you're moving spontaneously. See, I just do nothing. Just let the energy go. And little movements happen. They're just happening. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not creating it. The etheric energy is flowing smoothly and through all the layers right down into this physical body. And it's a combination of relaxing, because I've got to feel this etheric energy, but also high tension. Ultimately, this can be extremely powerful, spontaneous movement. That is now martial arts. That's the fighting with chi. High tension in the body, but extremely fast, extremely powerful. But even you do not know what you're going to do. It just happens. So that's martial arts. It's the ultimate. Of course it is. But really, that's all about the muscles. And the muscles and tendons. There's two aspects to it. The tendons control the joints. The muscles are the bit that power the tendons. Really, it's like this. The muscles are the supply of blood for the tendons. So the blood is also important. The muscles need blood because there's some nutrients, the oxygen is in there. But the trouble is, in your muscles, if you tense them, the blood will get stuck in the muscle. So now it starts to hurt. You get the lactic acid buildup. The trick is to allow the muscle to be relaxed, because then the blood can still flow. It doesn't get stuck in the muscle, but the muscle is semi-relaxed. It's still got some tension, so it needs blood. It's drawing the blood, holding the blood, but there's still a gentle movement of blood. And then the work is done by the tendon. The tendon is in the joint. See here, my elbow joint. So it's not my bicep and tricep, but I try to activate the tendons in my elbow. They're far stronger, they're more elastic, and they use less blood. So really, I'm drawing the blood here to my muscle, but that blood is gently feeding, drip feeding my tendon. So now what I'm doing is maximizing the efficiency of blood flow by doing this. At the same time, I'm breathing the ionized air. Electricity is going into the muscle, powering the muscle. But the blood is feeding the muscle, it's helping the muscle. And it's, of course, remember, the blood is also bringing electricity to the muscle through the oxygen. It needs to keep moving, keep changing. It's like that is a battery. The muscle is the battery, the tendon is the machine. But I have to create this. That's what this tensegrity is all about. Trying to activate the tendons and the muscles, but the tendons more than the muscles. That is the control of the joints. So here I'm controlling my shoulders. But remember, if I control the joints, I'm now controlling the bones. I'm stretching, expanding and contracting the bones. At highly strong muscles and tendons, there's a strong flow of electricity. So I'm creating piezoelectricity in the bones, but stretching open and moving the bones. So between the bones, again, I've got this cavity of energy building up, more power. So the whole thing is this feedback loop. Each power builds up, each power builds up and assists, and they all help each other. It's free energy, free energy. And it happens only because of efficiency. See, I could do this. It's not the same as I have to get everything right. I have to get the alignment right. I have to get the feeling of the etheric energy, the chi. I have to find it, feel it. It's feeling. I have to feel it. Then I start to move and try to control the muscles, the tendons, the joints, more than the muscles. And again, once you get it, again, maintaining high tension for a long period of time. If you get it right, it's nearly infinite endurance under high tension, because it is so efficient. It's electrical efficiency, but I have to know how to use the body so that this works. See, all of this, you could even hear my bones clicking. That's the movement of the joints. So it's high tension, continuous high tension, but I'm always moving. So this is the other secret. I don't lock the muscle static. Now it's going to build up. See, and if you feel it building up, now you've got to move. So if I change position, then the previous position has a chance to relax. But I've moved on to the next position. So I'm always slightly moving. I'm maintaining the alignment. And again, remember, the alignment is so difficult. You're always losing it. You have to keep fighting to get back to the alignment. So I'm always making internal micro adjustments to align my bone structure, get every aspect right, and then move. Feeling the energy, feel the chi. The flow of electrical current, energy in the muscle tendons, even right to the fingers, stretching. So I hope this made sense. Please do leave me any questions or comments, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.